So here's the student side of Google Classroom. I'm going to go into this first period class as a student now, and my class discussion is the list practical uses for noble gases. So I'm going to type my answer here, and I'm going to put helium balloons. Okay, so I can submit right here under my answer. Now my answer will go to the teacher. The other students won't see my answer if I submit it this way. Now, if I go over here to class comments and let's say one of the other gases is neon, I can put neon signs and I can post it. Then everybody else can immediately see what I've posted here under class comments. But the your answer question will only go to the teacher. Now, it does have this little eyeball here that classmates can see my answer, so I can click those and I can see that I have replied helium balloons. But they cannot see the answer. Here is the student side of Google Classroom. So we're going to go in here. My classroom discussion is list practical uses for noble gases. I've answered under your answer helium balloons. That's the one the teacher can see, but it's got this little eyeball here that says classroom. Classmates will see your answer. I've already typed in helium balloons. I can see classmates' answers in that I have helium balloons right here. I can also answer by adding a class comment, which I did here. I wrote neon signs. I can also answer by adding a class comment. So I'm going to write neon signs and post that. That goes immediately underneath here, and all the other classmates and everyone using Classroom right now can see my comment here. So there are two ways to make the comments. Classmates can see my answer that I wrote under your answer, helium balloons. And they can also see my comment if I write under add class comment, neon signs. And that is how the student is going to use this side of the discussion for Google Classroom. So now you have the tools to use Google Classroom as both an activator in your classroom and to facilitate a class discussion. Go ahead and post a question. You can delete it later and go ahead and post a question and practice on how to do this. Now you have the tools to use Google Classroom as both an activator in your classroom and as a way to facilitate a discussion. Go ahead and post a question, try it. You can delete it later, but get used to doing it. It's a wonderful tool that you can have. It also provides, again, documentation that you did certain things like bell ringers and communication with your students and collaboration if you are asked to provide evidence or artifacts that you did those sorts of things. Post a question, you can delete it later, and we'll see you for the next module, which is creating and grading assignments.